Hello viewers, how are you all? Today, in this video, I will explain about Supertrend strategy. Supertrend is one type of indicator such as RSI and MACD. It is easy to understand as compared to another indicators. But before going ahead in the video, if you are new to our channel, then hit the like button and subscribe our channel so you can get this type of informative videos regularly. Now come over our topic. Supertrend is called trend following indicator because it indicates the trend of the stock. We can get more precise result by using Supertrend. Generally, if the price is above the Supertrend, then it is called that stock is in uptrend. In the same way, if the price is below the Supertrend, then it is called that stock is in downtrend. Supertrend is calculated through ATR. The full form of ATR is average true range. There are mainly two parameters of ATR. First is ATR period, and second is ATR multiplier. ATR period indicates for number of days as the input, and in ATR multiplier, multiplication of ATR is done. Default setting for the ATR period is 10, and for ATR multiplier is 3x. It is common setting used by most of traders, but some traders keep different settings according to their requirement. First, let us understand the Supertrend. As you can see in the chart, if the price is above the Supertrend, then it is called that the stock is in uptrend, and Supertrend remain in green color. The green line lasts till the line coincide the price candle. When green line coincides with price candle, at that time reversal may occurs. As you can see here, when Supertrend cross over the price candle, the downtrend of the stock starts, and Supertrend is changed to red color. If we follow basic theory, then it suggests that, when the Supertrend is green, we should buy, and when it becomes red, we should sell. This theory may be okay during the high volatility of the market, means during high uptrend or high downtrend. But as you know, stock may be in sideways market for long time. At that time, what can we do? Because during this sideways trend, we get wrong buy and sell signals. Thus, it is very difficult to make profits, and ultimately at the last, we have to face huge losses. So, the question is, how can we avoid this kind of false signals? In this situation, our strategy will be so helpful. For that, in our strategy, we will use two Supertrends for more accuracy, and for correct identification of trends. So, we can buy and sell the stock with high efficiency. Both the Supertrends have their different tasks. In our strategy, with the help of two Supertrend, we will be able to find short-term trend, as well as long-term trend of the market. After that, we will buy or sell the stock, when both the Supertrends follow our conditions. We will set our first Supertrend at 10 period ATR and 3x multiplier, which is default setting. This Supertrend will indicate the short-term trend of the market. Similarly, for second Supertrend, we will keep setting as 22 period ATR and 6x multiplier. This Supertrend will indicate long-term trend of the market. Remember one thing, my friends, when you plot these kinds of two Supertrends, just give the different colors, so that you can be able to differentiate between them. Here for short-term trend, we have used green and red color. Green color is for uptrend and red color is for downtrend. In the same way for the long-term trend, we have used yellow and white color. Yellow color is for uptrend and white color is for downtrend. Did you understand till here? Now let's get ahead. In our strategy, as we discussed before, long-term trend will be used only to identify the trend of the stock, and short-term trend will be used for trade entry, means it will be used for buying and selling signals. As you can see in the chart, the long-term Supertrend is yellow, so the stock is in uptrend. So here, we only look for buy setup. Suppose, if we have not used this long-term Supertrend in our strategy, then we would have got a wrong sell signal over here. But after some time, reversal occurs. Thus, a buy signal is generated, so we might have made a loss here. Similarly, if we ignore long-term supertrend, which is in downtrend over here, then we would have bought here, and again we would have generated loss. Thus, long-term supertrend is very useful in our strategy. Now let's understand our main conditions for the trade. For that, we take another example. As you can see in the chart, short-term trend is bullish, but we cannot buy here because long-term trend is bearish. After some time, long-term trend become bullish, but we cannot buy here also, because buying and selling will be identified by short-term trend of the stock. Thus, we will only buy when short-term super trend becomes bullish, and at that time, long-term super trend must be inconstant. I hope you have understood these conditions. Now, we take the example for buy setup. Here, as you can see, our long-term super trend is bullish, and it is inconstant. So just find at which point short-term super trend becomes bullish. As you can see here, this super trend becomes bullish at this point, thus our both conditions are satisfied. So we will buy over here. Our stop loss should be below the green line, and for target, our 2:1 risk-reward ratio should be followed. As you can see, we would have made good profit over here. Now take an example for the sell setup. As you can see in the chart, long-term super trend is bearish and it is constant. After a small bullish trend, our short-term trend becomes bearish over here. Thus, both the conditions are satisfied. So, we will take sell entry over here. Our stop loss should be above the white line, and for target, our 2:1 risk-reward ratio should be followed. We have achieved our target efficiently by using this strategy. That was all. My dear friends, if you liked our video, and you want these types of secretive and informative strategy video also in future, then subscribe our channel, so we can be motivated to post these kinds of valuable videos. See you in next video.